What could turn a place of learning into a watery grave? It all started with an unusually heavy downpour in Delhi. The sky wept relentless tears, turning streets into rivers and basements into lakes. Among those caught in the deluge was an SUV, its driver, Manoj Kathuria, trying to navigate a waterlogged road. But something went horribly wrong. As Kathuria plowed his vehicle through the tumultuous waves, he inadvertently caused the collapse of a gate. Not just any gate, but the entrance to a coaching center, a place where dreams were being nurtured, where 3 UPSC aspirants were studying, their hearts filled with hopes and ambitions. The gate's collapse was like the pulling of a plug, and water gushed into the basement. The once safe space of learning swiftly transformed into a trap, a watery grave that sealed the fate of the 3 young students. They were from different states, united in their quest for a better future. But their dreams were abruptly and tragically extinguished, drowned in the unforgiving floodwaters. This wasn't a natural disaster, it wasn't an act of God, it was a tragedy born out of negligence and a lack of foresight. A tragedy that should have been avoided had safety measures been in place, had the warning signs not been ignored. Kathuria, the SUV driver, claimed he had no knowledge or intention of causing such a catastrophe, but the prosecution argued otherwise, stating that his actions, due to sheer negligence, had indeed aggravated the situation. As the news of the incident spread, it sent shockwaves across the city. Protests erupted, demands for justice echoed through the streets, and the coaching center, along with others operating illegally, were sealed. The incident left a city in shock and a nation in mourning. In the wake of tragedy, who bears the weight of responsibility? It's a question that began to reverberate through the heart of Delhi and across India as the immediate aftermath of the coaching center tragedy unfolded. Public outrage was swift and palpable as protests erupted, demanding justice for the 3 lives tragically lost. Their dreams of becoming UPSC aspirants drowned in a flooded basement. A grim testimony to the unchecked irregularities and civic governance failures that led to this catastrophe. Quickly, the authorities sprang into action. Illegally run coaching centers were sealed off, a stark reminder of the need for strict adherence to regulations, of the importance of not turning a blind eye to such glaring safety risks. The wheels of justice also began to turn. Arrests were made, individuals were held accountable, but the spotlight fell heavily on 2 parties, the SUV driver and the co-owners of the coaching center. Manoj Kathuria, the SUV driver, found himself at the center of a legal storm. Accused of driving his vehicle through a waterlogged road, causing the collapse of the coaching center's gate and subsequent flooding, he was arrested. His defense? He had no knowledge or intention of causing such a tragedy. This argument held sway in Delhi's Tiz Hazari court, as Kathuria was granted bail. On the other hand, the court rejected the bail pleas of the 4 co-owners of the coaching center, holding them accountable for the dangerous conditions that led to this unthinkable tragedy. Their defense fell on deaf ears. The court's decision sent a clear message: negligence and ignorance are not excusable defenses. While some individuals face legal consequences, larger systemic issues come to light. As the dust settles on the immediate aftermath, a stark realization emerges. This tragedy is not just about individual responsibility, it's a wake-up call to the broader systemic malaise in urban India, a dire need for comprehensive overhauls, and a call to action for better urban planning. The question remains, will we heed this call? Can a calamity like this catalyze change in urban India? A question that looms large in the wake of the Delhi UPSC coaching tragedy. But to answer this, we need to delve into the systemic failures that this incident has laid bare. Urban planning inadequacies are evident in the heart of Delhi. The city, a hub for aspirants from across the nation, is riddled with infrastructure that is not equipped to handle the stress of the burgeoning population. Buildings, such as the coaching center in Old Rajinder Nagar, flout bylaws, turning basements into classrooms and violating safety norms. This thriving basement economy is a symptom of a larger issue: the unchecked irregularities in our urban spaces. It thrives on the vulnerabilities of aspirants and the complicity of the middle class, who often have no other affordable options. This incident is a stark reminder of the urgent need for a comprehensive overhaul of physical, institutional, social, and economic infrastructure in cities like Delhi. Post the tragedy, the government took certain steps towards change. Safety guidelines were issued for schools and coaching centers. An inspection drive was initiated to scrutinize the legality of such institutions. But are these steps enough? the Municipal Corporation of Delhi ordered inspections and actions against basement misuse, emphasizing the need for stricter regulations. While these measures are a step in the right direction, they are not a solution to the overarching problem. What we need is a proactive approach, not a reactive one. This tragedy underscores the urgent need for change, but will the lessons learned from this disaster translate into action? Only time will tell if the systemic failures exposed by this incident will lead to the necessary changes, or if they will be forgotten until the next tragedy strikes. In the heart of tragedy, can we find hope? We've navigated the depths of a devastating event, one that shakes us to our core, but also forces us to confront the flaws in our systems. This tragedy is not just a story of loss, but a clarion call for change. How many more dreams must be drowned before we wake up to our responsibilities? How many more lives must be sacrificed before we overhaul our urban infrastructures? We must seize this moment, not just to mourn, but to act. The memory of those lost in this tragedy can only be honored through action, not words. May their dreams live on in the changes that must follow. Thank you for joining us on this journey of understanding and introspection. If you found this video informative and thought-provoking, we encourage you to take the next step. Share it with others. Engage in conversations, and let this not just be a passing moment, but a catalyst for change. Subscribe to our channel for more content that aims to enlighten and provoke action. Your support helps us continue our mission of bringing these critical issues to light. Until next time, remember, knowledge is power. Stay safe, stay informed, and above all, let's strive for a better tomorrow.